Ian, Mike Brearley won the match at Headingley as skipper, his first time back. But even with all those attributes you listed there, we were still having problems at Edgbaston when we got through to the final innings because the Australians needed only 151 to win on a pitch where I think most people would think that they should have made those runs. Here's the first ball of the Australian second innings. It's Willis steaming in from the city end. I think there's 16,000 odd people here and they all shouted. It's Graham Wood is LBW to Chris Old, the first wicket down for England. Just 2 runs on the board and 151 in all needed. And Chris Old has achieved the breakthrough.
Australia 14 for 1. That's a good stroke. That's really racing away. Gowers after it. May just catch it, but concedes it. And the first 4. Oh, there's a big shot, and that's it. Bob Willis has done it. Dyson is out. LBW. It didn't get up very high. It came back a wee bit off the wicket. And Dyson is out for 13, and the second Australian wicket goes down at 19. And every England player is around Big Bob Willis.
And this time John Dyson doesn't go forward. So he's trying to come back now. And it keeps low, really. That's what did him.
It's a beautiful stroke, but straight down that man's throat. John Embry's done it. A beautiful looking stroke, but he obviously didn't keep it down, and he hit the only man down at deep backward square leg, John Embry, and it was right down his throat, and Kim Hughes is gone.
And that's edged and it's dropped. Very low, difficult chance. In fact, I suppose there must be some doubt from our position here whether that carried. Get a better look from the camera at the far end.
Very full length. He's edged it. Oh, yes. Just carried near Mike Brearley's right boot at first slip.
And that's beaten Gar. Willis is the man out of the boundary and will cut it off. No, he won't. That's a fine stroke, beautifully timed, and an indication of just how quick that outfield is. 50 up. 52 for 3.
That's a beautiful shot. And a glorious shot there through the covers by Alan Border. Over pitch ball, a half volley from Chris Old. And that's going through, 4 runs. Another no ball put away down to long leg, giving Yallop a free hit there. So he made the most of it. And you see the umpire's signal already out there. So 82 on the board now, the 50 partnership between these two left-handers. And that's going away again, and it's 4 more, and this is Graham Yallop's answer this time. And remarkably to recount that this is the best partnership of any wicket on either side in the match. Gives Embry a chance to have a spin this time at Graham Yallop. Border has taken most of him over the last few overs. And he's gone. Tremendous shout going up there, and Yallop goes. Embry has made the breakthrough. Is it too late? That's the question to be asked. So Yallop goes for 30, 4 men out now for 87.
Very well-deserved wicket for John Embry. You see Graham Yallop comes down to push him through the onside, gets an inside edge onto his pad, and it dollies up to Ian Botham, fielding very close, short on the offside.
Didn't quite time that, but the outfield is very quick. They'll be able to cut it off. And 3 more to border, and the 100 comes up for Australia. 102 for 4. And that's another little milestone. They count those in the dressing room when the pressure's on. 3 figures on the board. Fewer than 50 to make. And that's well bowled. Out of a bit of rough stuff there. Border is gone for 40. It's 105 for 5, and no one in this match now will make a half century. Quite astonishing.
And a very awkward delivery indeed, which, as you can see, bounces, flicks the handle or the glove, and pops up probably off Alan Border's body.
There's a start for Rodney Marsh. Chris Auld won't catch that. The outfield very quick. And a little touch of sensible aggression there. 109 for 5. Shot for 4. Too short twice in the last 4 deliveries, John Embry. Once Rodney Marsh cracked away past point, and that one was a very good stroke from Kent. Bowled him. 114 for 6. Rodney Marsh goes, trying to hit it away through mid-on, across the line. 114 for 6, and the crowd has gone noisily berserk. He's out. LBW. First ball, and Botham's on a hat-trick. First ball, Ray Bright. It looked to me as though it kept a bit low. It also looked to me as though it was absolutely plumb. 114 for 7 now. And this is incredible.
And in comes Ian Botham and fires it in. It's a little bit short, but absolutely smacking home.
Wasn't far away from it either. Way down the ground to Jeff Boycott. Second attempt, and Bob Taylor grabbed it. Lilly is gone. It's 120 for 8.
And you can see how wide that delivery was. And up she goes, out she goes, and Thank goodness for that, says Bob Taylor.
Botham again to Kent. And he's bowled him, and that surely is going to be it. A joyous, triumphant Botham there. Arms aloft again, 121 for 9, and the man that they so much needed to see the back of, Martin Kent. Bowled by Botham in an inspired spell here. He goes for 10, 121 for 9, with only Terry Alderman to come. And who would believe it? Well, what value this crowd have had today. They've rolled up in their thousands today, and this is what they've been looking forward to see.
And Martin Kent whacking that through mid-wicket, pitched just outside the off-stump, went straight through and hit the off-stump.
Well, Terry Alderman on his first tour, first major series, tremendous success with the ball, but rather fancy he's got the jitters out there now. Alderman facing. That's it this time. He's made sure he's taken 5 wickets. He grabs the stump, and another memorable victory for England. Tremendous performance this. Australia finally dismissed on this 4th day of this 4th Cornhill Test for 121. 151 they required. And tremendous scenes here at EDGBASTON. This crowd who really never thought it was possible, but they came in their thousands hoping for such a result. And this is entirely what they've got. Tremendous performance by the English bowlers, but one must add a lot of fairly inept batting from the Australians here today.
My choice, because it really finished the match, Botham.
He didn't want to bowl, you know.
Didn't he?
He thought, I think, you know, now it's just beginning to come back, the real confidence that he always used to have. I'm not saying he didn't want to bowl, but he wondered if other people shouldn't bowl ahead of him. And he came in, and now he's coming in really hard, and it makes all the difference with him if he's coming in hard and hitting the ground, hitting the bat. And I think he did it for a while at Headingley, and he did it again today. It was a marvellous, marvellous flair.
Well, from what Mike said there in that interview, you didn't want to bowl. I read here in your own piece by Ian Botham that you didn't want to bowl. Do you think you would have come on at that precise moment had you been captain instead of Mike?
Oh, I suppose probably not. It all changed when John Embry got that wicket.
Alan Border.
Yeah. And once Alan Border was out, then Mike was talking to me prior to that point whether I should bowl, and I felt that what I would have done was I said the odd ball's turn. I said to Mike, why don't we try Peter Willey just for an over or two, just a little bit of variation from that end, and see if he gets any response. And then once with John then getting rid of Alan Border in that over, then I agreed with Mike I should bowl, but I wasn't too keen. The wicket didn't look like it had that much in it for me, to be honest.
Well, it didn't have all that much in it for you because you only picked up 5 for 1.
Yeah. I could have done with a little bit more, perhaps, yeah.
Well, it wasn't quite so good for the Australians at Edgbaston, nor